Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today, real quick before I go do the grocery shopping, I wanted to share something. If you want to start decluttering and working on minimalizing right away, 10 things you can do today will help you start stripping things down and making things a little easier to manage in your home. No, I didn't say organize. I said get rid of, strip down, minimalize. I'm not a great organizer, and that's one of the reasons why stuff overwhelmed me. And I don't think Americans necessarily need more help with organizing. I think we need more help with stepping back from consumerism and embracing a more minimalist, peaceful lifestyle. So I made a little list here in my planner. If you want to know what kind of planner this is the Filofax Malden in Ochre. I've had this for about 6 months or so-ish, and I love it. I absolutely love it. I love the way it feels. I love the way it smells. I love all my little inserts in there. I don't do like the whole decor thing with my planner. I just find it's too fussy, and frankly it would take way too much of my time, which is like missing the entire point of having a planner to help you streamline. If you have something that you think I missed that would be in the top 10, let me know what your top 10 are or were. The first thing, obviously, for most people is going to be clothes. We have way too many clothes in this society. So when you go through your clothes, you're going to get everything out. I mean, like everything on your bed, on the floor, on a blanket, I don't care where. Pull it all out of the drawers. Pull it all out of your closet. If you need to, pull it all out of the laundry and have it separate. It's dirty, but you're going to go through it anyway. I mean, like, unless it's like gross. You're going to get rid of stuff that's ripped, that you know very well, in spite of all your good intentions, you will not mend. I don't know about any of that from experience now. So ripped and torn things that you're not going to fix. Stained items, I don't care where you got it, how long you've had it. If it's stained, it's not worth going out in. Being a minimalist, at least in my viewpoint, with rational minimalism, is not going around in worn out, shabby clothes that do not reflect poise and dignity and character. I'm not saying we have to go out in a black dress and pearls every day, but we're not going to wear pajamas to Walmart, and we're not going to wear stuff that's stained and ripped. Things that are pilled, you know, the little balls that get all over stuff. Even good quality stuff, if you've had it for a long time, eventually it's going to get to where it has just wear and tear on it. Also, be sure and check pants for this. When I was working, I found out that certain kinds of dress pants will pill in the crotch area, and you never notice it really until you sit down, and then it's really obvious. So check for those. Faded items, whether it's just from wear and tear, from washing, a bleach spot, you've just had it forever, fading and staining under the arms from, you know, just deodorant and multiple wears, and things that are stretched out. Even your favorite cardigan, after some time, even with careful usage, it's going to stretch and get baggy in weird places. Just get rid of them so that you know that what you have left is stuff that looks good on you. Number 2 is toys. I have 5 kids. We have lots of toys. This week, this is what we're doing, is toys. You're going to get rid of toys that are broken, toys that have never been played with, toys that have been outgrown by the children in that age group. So we have teenagers all the way down to toddlers, so this one can be a little tricky, but pretty much at this point I know what's going to get played with and what's not. So outgrown toys. Hard to keep track of toys. If we're looking for peace and stress and minimalism, we're not going to have puzzles, at least not in my house. My experience with puzzles is kids play with them once or twice, and then they lose the pieces, and then I have multiple puzzles in multiple toy boxes in multiple rooms, creating dust and dirt and stress and empty boxes. Get rid of the puzzles. Just go easy on yourself. Things that have missing pieces. They don't have the battery compartment in the back. I mean, you could always use duct tape, but missing pieces, they can't be played with anymore. This especially applies to things like board games, little cooking oven sets. Not so much Legos, because you can use those all together, all mixed together. It doesn't matter if you have all the pieces. But go through the toys. You can pick some to give away. You can pick some to sell if they're still in decent condition, and use them to buy toys that you'll actually use. But go through your toys. Number 3 is cosmetics and toiletries. This has been interesting for me as I've been doing this whole decluttering and minimalism thing. When I look up declutter videos, one of the main ones that I come up with is makeup and toiletries. Literally, girls are like, I have 400 lipsticks, and I promised today that as part of my decluttering, I'm going to get rid of 75. And I'm just like I have 5 lipsticks slash glosses that I wear on a regular basis. I know I'm not going to look good in purple, so I'm not going to buy purple lipstick. I keep my cosmetics to a minimum. I have a couple of naked eyeshadow palettes. I have foundation. I have a contour kit from Kat Von D, and a Walmart mascara. My foundation's from Walmart. I have a couple eyeliners. I don't do lip liner because mine, it just tends to feather on my mouth, so I don't do lip liners. I just keep it really, really simple because I know what I wear every day, and there's no point to me having drawers and drawers, not to mention that it's really expensive. So go through your cosmetics. Get rid of things you have too many of or duplicates of you know you're never going to use. Old, expired, and gross, you're not going to save those. There's not a DIY on Pinterest that's going to like revive your nail polish to where you're actually going to use it. Just throw it out. Things that are too trendy. This can be like super glittery items, weird colors of eyeshadow. This can work when you're a teenager, but when you get to a certain age that is not a teenager, they just tend to look tacky. So get rid of the trendy items. Shampoos and body washes. I have a section in my pantry where I would get stuff with coupons and it was cheap, and while that was all great and it saved me money, I don't like those shampoos and conditioners and body washes. I kind of pawn them off on my kids because they don't really care, but I'm like picky about my hair. So if you have a lot of stuff and there's nobody you can give it to, donate it to a woman's shelter for, you know, abused women, or a girl's home, somebody that can really use it rather than just sitting in your pantry and taking up space and creating just more stuff to dust and arrange and look at and know you're not using. As far as the cosmetics, you can also donate those, or if they're brand new and unopened, you can always try and sell them. Makeup is a huge thing, so you might put like a lot of unopened lip glosses and lipsticks on eBay and try to get rid of those and make a little cash along the way. So cosmetics and toiletries. Number 4. DVD, CDs, and VHSs. If you still have VHSs, we may have a hoarding issue here. Get rid of them. Almost everything can be streamed via Netflix and Amazon Prime, or stored on your computer in a digital form. DVDs, CDs, and VHSs take up a ton of room. We rarely, I mean, we can probably count on 2 hands the amount of DVDs that are actually worth keeping in the house. CDs, everything is just streamed online now, and you can get a lot of it free. So just digitize it onto your computer, sell it. There's apps you can get that you can sell your DVDs and CDs. Unfortunately, the Goodwill is probably the only option for your VHS unless you're like really old school. So just get rid of those, clear off your shelves, give yourself some breathing room. Number 5 is going to be hard for some people. Books and cookbooks. I love to read. However, I have minimal time to read, so I highly value the books that I keep. Unfortunately, I have collected them over the years. We have built-in bookcases upstairs, and I went through them the other day, and I literally have an entire large tote full of books that are going into our yard sale. And I only kept that stuff that I thought I would refer to as reference material, that I genuinely have a strong emotional attachment to, and I know I will reread. I found some stuff that I've gotten, I don't even remember what the stories are about. Most of my stuff is nonfiction. And so I have very little fiction, but a couple of the fiction that I had up there, I don't even remember reading. So that's going to be interesting this summer. I get to read some new books. So get rid of those. Cookbooks. Now, if you're a chef or an amazing cook, go ahead and keep the cookbooks because you're going to use them. However, like, I love to cook, but I've bought some cookbooks that are so like fancy that they would never work for our family. I've got a Gordon Ramsay one I've got to get rid of. As much as I love Gordon Ramsay, there's like 3 recipes in there our family will actually eat. So I've got to get rid of those. Number 6, utensils and pots and pans. So you need to strip down to what you use on a daily basis. Now in a large family, you're going to go through more utensils in a day than maybe a family of 2 or 3 or a single person. So be realistic about this. But you know, you don't need like 13 serving spoons and 8 spatulas and 4 can openers. It's just more dishes, because if there's more in the cupboard that can be pulled out, the dishes don't get done. Because what's the point of washing the can opener if there's 3 more in the drawer? So go ahead and cull those out till you have like 1, maybe 2 drawers of stuff that you use on a regular basis, and revisit that every once in a while because they multiply in there. They get busy up in them drawers. Yes, they do. Pots and pans. If you have 6 of the exact same kind of pot, go ahead and sell a couple of them in a yard sale. Donate them, put them, you know, whatever you want to do with those, but pare it down to something usable and functional to where things aren't falling out of your cupboards when you open them, and you can actually wash them and keep up with them. Number 7 is socks. Socks are like utensils, except instead of multiplying in drawers, they like run away to Middle Earth or something. So socks, wash all of your socks. I advise getting the same color socks other than a couple pairs of dress socks for everybody, so that they are easy to match. My toddlers are 1 shoe size apart, and we buy them the exact same white socks with a gray toe and a gray heel, so they can all wear the same one, and the pairs can go in either room when they're made. When you have all your socks washed, sorted, and put away, the singles, if you haven't found them within a week, especially if you're still working on your decluttering and you don't find the pairs under the bed or under the couch or, you know, wedged in a shoe somewhere, throw them out. They're not going to magically appear, and they're just socks. But having that basket sitting there can be stressful or anxiety inducing. So just get rid of the socks if you haven't found them after a week. Number 8 is cleaning supplies. Along with an obsession with gathering stuff and organizing stuff is the cleaning of the stuff. In reality, you only probably use, what, 6 to 8 different cleaning solutions in your home, not counting laundry detergent. So go under there and keep the ones you really like. Don't keep the ones with the broken triggers because you might switch them to another bottle someday. Go ahead and figure out what you have and use up the leftovers before you buy new ones so you can stretch your budget dollars a little bit farther. Make sure the cleaning supplies have a baby lock on the cupboard if they're down where kids can get to them. You know, little kids that might, you know, eat them or drink them. So go through those and call those out. And if you have full ones that you're not going to use, again, donate them. Last time I did this, I donated a whole box full of stuff to our church to use for cleaning supplies, to save them some money in serving the community and keeping the church clean. Number 9 is medicine. I haven't done this one in a while. You do not want to see my medicine cupboard. Old and expired medication. Now with 5 people, somebody's always got a sniffle or an allergy or something, so rarely in this house do things expire. But we do have things like some old prescriptions that never got finished up that could probably be tossed. Things without lids. This is my Achilles heel. I lose lids to things. So things without lids. Again, make sure these are secured where little kids can't get them. And check your first aid kit. This is something that, although we try to keep like Tylenol and ibuprofen on hand, not every home has a decent first aid kit. So just get one. You can get them. I think a beginner's kit at Walmart is like $9. And it's just like a plastic case, and it has a couple basics in it. And then I just went to the Dollar Tree and got some extra Band-Aids and some gauze pads and a little tube of Neosporin and a couple little things like that, and tossed that in there. That way, if there's ever anything that goes on, everyone knows where it is. It's properly stocked, and actually the little kids, it makes it easier for them when they see the kit. They kind of feel like they went to the doctor. And we keep fun Band-Aids in there with dinosaurs or Doc McStuffins or whatever on there. And so that kind of makes boo-boos a little bit easier. But those are good to have on hand. So lastly, number 10 is going to be craft stuff. Now for you craft people that like have entire rooms, this may be an all-day thing for you to go through. For me, I like to knit. I occasionally do some cross stitch. I rarely finish, but I do enjoy starting. But I do knit and crochet. So the part that I have to do with my crafts is to go throughout the stuff that I'm not going to use. I have some really nice yarns that, although they're really high quality, snobby, beautiful yarns, I just know I'm never going to find the pattern that's right to use them. So it's better to go on a website like Ravelry.com, which crafters can go and sell their fibers for, to people who will appreciate them and are more skilled than I am and can use them. Fabrics, ribbons, pens, scrapbook papers, stickers, all of this stuff. Go ahead and purge it. Be ruthless with this stuff. Unless you use it on a daily basis, it is sucking money out of your budget and energy and time out of your day. and go ahead and take what you truly value, what you look at, what gives you joy, and then organize it neatly to take up the least amount of space possible so that you can have that room. I can promise you the joy that you get from that ball of yarn that you bought 5 years ago, knowing that it's back there just in case, is not nearly as satisfying as the joy of knowing that everything that's in there is something you love and you have a plan for and you're going to use. So those are my 10 things to start with today. If you've got other things that you think are a bigger priority that you would focus on, please comment below. Give me a thumbs up, like and subscribe, and I will see you probably on Friday when we do our yard sale. So have a good day, and I'll see you later. Bye.